Spent 369 days in the hospital and 504 days away from his home. He's now considered a walking miracle. It started in December 2021 when Greg tested positive for COVID-19.
I couldn't even grab a remote control and pick it up. I was so weak. It took everything I got just to get to the car, and she took me to Clark County.
Greg was admitted to the Clark Regional Medical Center that night. What he and his wife, Deidre, didn't know was what this would later turn into.
I thought 4 or 5 weeks I was out.
I thought overnight they were going to send him for oxygen and he was going to come home.
And when I got to Bourbon, it got worse.
Greg was then transported to Bourbon Community Hospital and put on a ventilator. He says when doctors determined he needed to be on ECMO, a form of life support for people with life-threatening heart and/or lung problems, he was transported again, this time to UK Hospital, where he stayed for 9 months.
I was devastated. I mean, it was just like, I'm going to be in the fight for my life.
And there were at least 5 times, he says, when doctors and nurses didn't think he'd win the fight. That is, until he was flown to a 4th hospital in Miami for what would be a life-saving double lung transplant.
It's hell. But now I'm in heaven.
After more than a year in the hospital and numerous physical therapy sessions, Greg made it home to his Stone Strong tribe.
I don't know how I made it.
It's an indescribable moment, honestly, really.
And to a community they say they never knew loved him so much.
I got emotional. I didn't think it would hit me like that because I've just been going through the motions every day.
While he missed many holidays during his stay, perhaps one of the biggest was the birth of his grandson, Drew, who he finally gets to love on.
I was so blessed to see him.
Greg says he hopes to serve as an example that giving up is never an option.
If I can help somebody and change their life and make them better, that's fine. That's what we're here for.
Mariah Congedo, WKYT.